everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 7th, Friday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just a little heads up for everybody. We're having some issues with our website. We're working on it. So just everybody, we're aware of it. We're working on it right now to get it resolved. So we talk a lot about all about you, going within, discovering actually who and what you are, because it takes a bit, but people begin to realize they are not the body. That we've been really manipulated into believing many things on this planet, and one of them is that we are the body, and we are not. And all of us have this, when we operate from the heart-mind, we feel that frequency through the heart-mind, not the ego-mind. And you can always tell when you're in quiet and you're just being, and you really are in the heart-mind. You'll know it because of the proximity of the frequency that you're experiencing. It won't be the head. It'll be the heart. And you can understand that the heart is much more powerful than the head. And when we do this, we move into a knowing and the journey within us that we discover the soul within the body. And the soul powers the body. Without the soul, the body would not be able to operate. That's why the baby body in the mother's womb has the umbilical cord to send energy to that baby body. If that umbilical cord wasn't there, that baby body would not function. So amongst, the food, nutrition, everything, the soul of the mother is powering that baby body until the soul enters it and then takes over. That's why the umbilical cord is disconnected. It's just like a plug, an energy plug, that you plug into the wall. If you unplug it, the power distribution stops to whatever it is plugged into the wall. And see, people ask all the time, what the heck is enlightenment? What is enlightenment? What the heck is it? It's letting go of everything. A lot of us, since we're so steeped in the external world, external reality, believing we're the body, and we're caught up in that. Letting go, we think that if we let go, we lose it, but that's not it at all. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. Lao Tzu. So when I let go of who I am, which is the body, I become what I might be, the God. And this is a practice that we either choose or not choose. It's a sacred art of letting go everything, letting everything go. Extremely powerful. It's a transforming practice to explore. So you choose to be completely free from anything. And then what happens is that we finally arrive into the now moment, and we discover the untold secret truth of our divinity. When we actually let go of our attachments and identifications with everything of this world, the great God source has room to pour through us again. And by emptying out ourselves, a deeper spiritual connection is instantly found. Now, you're not going to get this outside. Many, through thousands of years, have tried to seek it outside themselves, but never found it. We then discover what real freedom is all about, and we see how all our other versions of freedom we had were limited and illusory. Letting go of everything can feel like a great death. And without a connection to our spiritual source, the ideas of sitting in absolute emptiness with nothing to do, nowhere to go, and nothing to achieve can be deeply terrifying. And we may tend to cling to anything that gives us security. Friends, money, food, substances, cell phone, Facebook. And we can cling to anything. The avoidance of feeling empty can be so normalized that we don't even realize how it's fueling every single motivation behind what we're doing. And it's important to clarify that letting go of everything does not mean we are giving up on manifesting a dream life. It simply means we are releasing any overly tight grip we might have on our phenomenal and fantastic story of me. A very special kind of freedom arises when we release all our clinging and identification we have with this large or little me. And we discover a freedom that has no borders or limits within it. The great release of me is infinitely deep. It includes being free from any relationship with time, space, and form. We are all free from desires, yet still allow the body to manifest the desires it came here to create. We are so free that we watch and wonder how miraculously each one unfolds, constantly rediscovering ourselves every day. We find out that whoever we think we are is nothing compared to who and what we truly are. True freedom comes when follow the natural goodness of the heart. True freedom comes when we follow the natural goodness of the heart. The heart, not the mind. You'll still find that letting go of me is a little tricky process, because it means we must eventually find out who the real me is. And to find the real you, we must follow every thought, choose to follow every thought arising in our consciousness back to the original source from where it came. This is the source of the real you. And from this awesome, creative, and spacious place inside ourselves, it's embracing to cling to any false egoic idea of me. We can only bask in the beauty and spiritual purity of who we truly are when we reveal the clear, silent witness who is behind all the scenes. We can sit back and enjoy the movie and watch how magically it is all unfolding. For the spiritual explorer, there's nothing more exciting than absolute freedom. And as we let go of ourselves, we discover the state of pure consciousness. It has always been here. It is always here. We were just not paying close attention to it. And what arises from this amazing experience is knowing ourselves as an infinite spiritual being who cannot be hurt by this world and will never, ever cease. The more often we realize our infinite spiritual nature, the more relaxed we feel, and the more receptive to life we can become. And when I say that we never ever cease, we're talking about the soul in the body, not the body. We are not the body. You could say letting go, surrender, deep relaxation are all part of the journey home. When me is not in charge anymore, we begin having this amazing experience that everything and everyone in our lives is absolutely perfect, just the way it is. We also realize that we don't have to let go of anything. When we realize we are already one with everything, by emptying out the mind, we become the spirit again. And the taste, the infinite to taste, the infinite being who is inside everyone. It's quite ironic that we must become nothing to realize we are everything. We must become nothing to realize we are everything. And in this process, we discover how intimately connected we always have been with it all. Do I contradict myself? Very well. Then I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes. Walt Whitman. On our spiritually awakening journey, it's good to know there are 3 different types of emptiness that you'll experience along the way. We can have an emptiness that is positive, negative, or neutral. If we spend our time constantly seeking to be fulfilled by people, stuff, or substances in the outer world, we end up ignoring our spiritual connection, and this creates a state of negative emptiness that follows soon after. This negative emptiness feeling is needy, apathetic, lethargic, and powerless. It is lacking everything because it's always in seeking mode. The mind is constantly searching and reaching for something out there because it thinks that something is going to fill this vast empty hole inside. Those who invest their entire lives seeking fulfillment in the outer world always end up battling with some negative empty hole inside. It is this internal battle that stops them from finding deep, everlasting peace. If you feel that you're stuck in a negative emptiness cycle, good news is that you can instantly shift out of it and find peace fairly quickly. It all depends on how sensitive you are and courageous to change. The secret is devoting more time during your day to exploring your true spiritual nature. Doing this will turn everything negative, every negative emptiness, into a very positive experience. Life starts to generally feel more expansive as you're continuously arriving into the heart of the universe. And the best news is that this positive emptiness can be found within minutes by simply welcoming the negative feelings to expand into the empty space. It works every time. Welcoming the negative feelings to expand into the empty space. It works every single time. The next time you feel negativity or negatively empty, dive directly into the sensation of it. Welcome all the difficult changes that arise. Invite them in using your breath. Inhale them completely into your body and let them relax and expand as much as they need to. Keep following this procedure until the entire contracted negative feeling expands, pops, and ceases to pull at you. If a negative sensation does not budge, you may need to vent it out with emotions. Use your tears, anger, screaming, or even laughter to release it. Express what cannot be expressed inside you. Continue expressing it until you are truly empty. When you are truly empty of everything, you'll feel the peace that is deeper than this emotional state and soon drop through into your spiritual essence at your core. And remember, any negative emptiness you have is never stuck. It can quickly shift into a positive emptiness within a few minutes or seconds. If you keep breathing it into it, relaxing with it, and practicing and welcoming whatever emotions arise, it will transform into a positive state. Try it at different times of the day, as you may be better at welcoming your negative empty hole in the evening rather than the morning. And when you find peace with your emptiness, you are complete. You have found your spiritual nature. The source of real nothingness always leads to us, and it leads us back to the God, which is at the very center of each and every single one of us. Your center is God, consciousness, absolute reality, perfection, Brahman. This is the only peace that exists. You have absolutely nothing to give up, nothing to surrender, nothing to let go of. You are already liberated. How can you believe that you have to let go of something that never existed in the first place? It's just Maya. You think that you have to let go of your attachments, your fears, your worries, your thoughts. How can the eternal self have attachments? It is always pure, unattained, unattached. It is always opening, experiencing presence. Robert Adams. When we stop avoiding, controlling, or resisting our negative emptiness, a miraculous thing occurs. The divine positive emptiness mysteriously reveals itself to us. You might say that positive emptiness is just a fancy word for letting go of control and feeling one with the universe. When we surrender completely, there is no little me to maintain the empty feeling of lack anymore. We fill up instantly with God and drop into a super positive state of joy, appreciation, ecstasy, to whatever good feeling we need. In the very moment we relax with the negative and can be with whatever shows up inside it, and the positive emptiness will always take its place. And positive emptiness is the only place we can deeply relax in this life. It is truly exquisite, and it makes all other forms of relaxation seem superficial. And this is a deep, spiritually relaxed energy that opens all the hidden passages inside us to the divine. We touch the infinite spiritual being inside each and every one of us. And we start feeling how liberated, loved, and free we are in this life. We are in love with life, at peace, emptiness, and can easily fall asleep at night knowing there is an incredibly vast, empty universe here. Trillions of light years around us in every direction. The third type of emptiness is completely neutral energy. New Age scientists of the metaphysical world have created a term for it, which they call the 0 point. This neutral zero meeting is the merging of both the positive and negative states. It's that source which is beyond the grasp of the mind. The space between our thoughts, between the past and future. And it can only be found in this here and now moment. And through surrendering to true nothingness of the mind, we let go of everything and arrive at this ridiculously energizing zero point. It is neither in time nor space. It has unlimited pure potential energy. We touch it for 1 millisecond, and every cell in our body knows anything is possible. We expand so quickly that we can instantly feel at one with everything and nothing in this universe. It is in this zero point that awakens everyone back to their original spiritual nature. The attitude of faith is to let go and become open to truth, whatever it might turn out to be. Alan Watts. On this journey to enlightenment, it is very important to have a daily practice of letting go of everything without the help of artificial stimulants, relaxant substances. Only then we can emotionally embrace our entire being and find the most authentic spirituality, rooted freedom. If we feel liberated because of a substance, then when that substance leaves our body, we fall into an even more imprisoned hangover experience afterwards. We then become dependent on the substance to regain our expanded state of freedom from the mind again. If we are courageous enough, we will face and embrace all our difficult emotions using only our breath. Only our breath. And with this pure approach to this life, we become rooted in our spiritual core and can finally unplug from the ego and our mind's eternal search for more. It's also good to know that dropping all of the contents of the mind is an endless letting go experience. And this letting go thing is not something which you do one time really well, and then you are done. We are so deeply entranced, attached, and constantly played like a puppet by our minds. This mind is the greatest addiction mankind ever invented and will take you on the greatest of rides. When we continue to replace the mind with zero-point stillness, we become more orgasmically alive human beings. We can feel a gentle breeze caressing over our sensual bodies and drop everything easily to enjoy it. And this ability to stop everything and simply enjoy life is the foundation of real fulfillment. It is the sacred meeting and merging of our spiritual heart and sensuality. And with a profound daily devotion to embracing our own zero point, we all soon will realize how powerful we all truly are. And this is a powerful transformation, and this practice actually is. It's like hitting the reboot button on your inner computer and watching the deepest levels of trust and relaxation open up inside you. And when the mind is merged with the zero point, a deep silence penetrates, and this ignites a magical tantric connection with this life. With a still mind, the tantric heart naturally takes over, and we discover a natural appreciation for this life. We live each day in awe and wonder, relaxing with all the good and bad aspects of ourselves, accepting whatever arises inside. There's no judgment anymore. We are absorbed into the source from which we truly came. From this unconditional, this deep, eternal, loving space, we wake up each morning knowing everything is exactly as it should be, and experience this world as an ever-expanding playground, brimming, full of perfection. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are, and the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies naturally, head to toe, inside and out. The body is like a vacuum. It absorbs everything and anything. Most of us aren't aware of it. We think we are the body. So you let go of everything. Everything. Stresses, fears, anxieties, worries, anger, hesitation, all of it. Just let it go. And the body, you can watch it because it will reciprocate. It'll relax. This is a deep relaxation. It's not superficial. It's not artificially brought on. It's a relaxation from the God within it. So as the body relaxes, you've probably been in this state where you just aren't, you're not thinking anything. That mind chatter is gone. You're not doing anything. You're not in guilt. You're not in shame. You're not in ego illusion, ego attachment. You're just being. And so the body moves into relaxation. It actually leans into you, the God within it. And as it does this, it just goes totally limp. There's no interest for the body to do anything. This is the 0 point we talk about. And as that body of yours that holds you, that houses you, relaxes, you move into the now. And the now and the ego mind will argue with you as much as it can to try to disprove it. But the now is all we have. None of us know how long we will be in these bodies. That's why we're only in the now. In the now, we create our futures. We all have memories. We all reminisce. We have things that stimulate us to go into a past experience. It's fun. Well, most of the time, we embrace the really wonderful times that we've experienced so far in this life. Some of it's not too great for any of us. We don't really go there much, but sometimes we do. But we don't stay there. We don't stay there. Now, some of us will stay there. It's like elephant graveyards, dead. All moments that are now past. It's foggy, dank, bones, carcasses. But we end up bringing that past into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. That's why so many people ask themselves this question. No matter what I do in this life, why is it that I always seem to end up in the same place? That's why. Now, others of us will wander into a future that doesn't exist. And we start asking ourselves, when is this going to happen? When's that going to happen? What if this happens? What if that happens? I want this now. I want that. Why don't I have this? Now, of course, dreaming and wondering are wonderful. Because without dreams, we wouldn't create, would we? And without the imagination, we'd be dead in the water. So the now is really all we have. You still the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind in the now. You're not in them. They make horrible masters. They make great servants. Picture the ego mind like that cartoon character, the Tasmanian devil. You know, blah, 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 running around all the time. Tens of thousands of thoughts rushing by us. That's the chatter, the noise we constantly are being bombarded with. But in the now, you still it all. It's only the moment, the space between heartbeats. That's where the God center is. It's the core is. That's where you are. You know, you see that your body's relaxed. You're watching the body. You're not in it, so to speak. And you're seeing how it's relaxed, and it's in your arms, the God. And then you see that there are these lights starting from the tip of your tailbone going to the top of your head. There's many of these lights throughout the body and above it and around it. But we'll just focus on these 7 that most people are familiar with. And these are known as chakras, energy vortexes, wheels of light. They all have different shapes, different kinds of flowers, geometrical shapes in the centers. But they're not like a piece of wood that you can pick up. They're etherical. They're spiritual realm. And it's what our God, us, flows through. The God force, love, light, energy in these bodies, the soul, of which we all are, flow through these energy vortexes. And it's really interesting because as we do look at them, we see the God force, love, light, energy, which is us flowing through them. And we understand in order to stay in the now, in order to have all of this come together, we must focus on our breath. Because a lot of the times our thoughts will take us away from the now. Now the crazy thing is that these thoughts, most of them aren't ours. They're everyone else's when these baby bodies were growing, absorbing all of it, all the noise, all the communication, all the talking. And we store them in our library in our subconscious mind. So most of these thoughts, they're not ours. So whenever we wander off, because none of us are exempt from it, we all wander, we could be working on something. We wander off with thoughts, like clouds passing in the sky. We grab onto one and it just takes us somewhere. Not a bad thing. But when we're consciously aware of that, we say, okay, not a biggie. I wandered off again, some thought. I'll focus on my breath, and I'll be in the now. And you'll be in the now 3,000% of the time, every time you focus on your breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Not crazy inhales, but nice and easy. Breathing for the body is absolutely spectacular. And it keeps you in the now. Now, these energy vortexes and our divine positive energy and everything running through the energy vortexes in these bodies. So we look at the red wheel of light, which is known as the root chakra, the Muladhara. This is our survival. This truly is our survival. Career, money mindset, sense of belonging. And physically, biologically, our spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. Now, what blocks it? Fear. Our survival is blocked by our fear. And then move to the orange wheel of light. See this in your heart-mind motion picture. Feel it. The sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is our pleasure. This is our sexuality and pleasure. This is our ability to accept others and new experiences. It's a sense of abundance and well-being, and our pleasure, our sexuality. It's reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And what blocks it? guilt. We move to the yellow wheel of light. This is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. It's our personal ability and power, our ability to channel, ability to be confident through the heart, mind, and the flow of our lives. And our emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. And our physical association is central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. What blocks it? Shame. The third chakra deals with willpower, and it is blocked by shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. This is the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is our ability to love. Relationships, self-acceptance, love, joy, inner peace. In the physical association is heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. And what blocks it? Grief. You cannot love when grief is there. Then we move to the blue wheel of light. Throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Self-expression. What is it? It's our ability to communicate. It's our self-expression of feeling. It's our truth. The physical association is our thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. What blocks it? Our truth is blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. The third eye chakra, the Ajna. This deals with our insight. It is blocked by illusion. Then we move to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara. This is our direct connection to the divine. Its ability to be fully connected spiritually. Our emotional issues are inner and outer beauty. Our connection to spirituality and pure bliss, the God within this body. Our physical association is pineal gland, brain, nervous system. Now, we've brought all these energies, the God Force Love Light energy, our breath, divine positive energy, which literally supports the body that holds the kingdom of God within it. And we hold them at the top of our heads briefly. We are one. We are all love. And we are all God. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress those liquid energies into omnipotently powerful liquid energies. We're like an energy fountain. These energies move through these energy vortexes up to the head, around, back down, and constantly repeating in this circular motion. So when we hold this omnipotently powerful liquid energy, we release it over our pineal glands. Now, our pineal glands while we're in these bodies, are very important. Because when they're fully healthy, vibrating at high frequency, they connect us to all the particles of existence. Everything and everything, nothing and nothing. Now, none of us have that yet with our pineal glands, but we will. You can see it any way you choose through your heart, mind's motion picture, of which you're the director, the producer, the actors, the actresses, choreographer, the developer, everything. Your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as a rosebud, a green ball. As soon as I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, immediately transforms into this massive rose with multicolored petals. And it sends out these phenomenal waves of energy that just saturate me to my very core. And it is the deepest of peace, deepest of gratitude, and the deepest of eternal love. It's phenomenal. The fragrance is phenomenal. And then I discover that the rose is me and I'm the rose. But that's the God within me. This deep eternal love, this deep eternal peace, this deep eternal gratitude. And it's always. It's not intermittent. It's not once in a while. It's always. In these bodies that we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, the God, the pure consciousness, one. We are heaven on this earth, literally. The soul is the heaven, the body is the earth. And every step we take, we are creating paradise. We cannot not. And we've learned to shine our light, our God force love light energy, out. Not like a flashlight, but 360 degrees around us, cascading out endlessly. And we're flooding all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe is. We're flooding it with the God force love light energy. So this planet glows with nearly 8 billion gods within these bodies through the heart mind. And it is a paradise. And this is what we are creating in this now. Now we're all parts of the collective consciousness. All of us are parts of each other. So we call out to those parts of us that are consciously aware. The ones who are asleep won't hear us. The parts of us that are asleep, that aren't conscious yet, won't hear us. Only those who are will. We realize that we are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thaw, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Now the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. Oh, but we meet with them. And it's not so much when we meet with them that we, it's kind of there. Usually afterwards it dawns on us that was an angel I met with, that I talked with. And they give the same message to all of us. That's just in many different ways and directions. Isn't it absolutely spectacular, phenomenal, magna glorious to be alive in these bodies? And that's when the bliss within us surfaces. They can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands at any time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. The ascended masters, they've mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, and hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into these physical forms to master the physical form, to create our experiences so that we can perfect our creations. And some of us may become aware enough to discover that we are the light. So that when we decide to leave these bodies, we will know that we are the light. And we will not be compelled to follow the light. Now the archangel and ascended masters, they are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. So the other parts of us that are consciously awake, we reach out to. There's the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet, only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet. Now they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet. Now they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe. Without any sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation. We're forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, Pleiadians, Sirians, Andromedans, Arcturians, Felines, Zeta Reticuli, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avion, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in uncountable numbers, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We reach out to all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in shapes, sizes, colors, configurations, and forms of which we've never seen. As a matter of fact, we only see 1% of what is. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now, consciously. And we're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-ego, non-negativity, non-judgment, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force love light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the God source within each and every single one of us. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even compare to its brilliance. And this is the purest of deepest eternal love. And we are flooding this planet inside and out, head to toe. All of our brothers and sisters, awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, saturating and flooding and bathing all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Eternally, always. So as we begin to ascend, levitate above this planet, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Trillions of vibrant colors reflecting and flashing everywhere. Amongst us all, back and forth, all of us gathered for this meditation. On and off world, hundreds of millions of us. We look at the source of the reflections, these little tiny microscopic etched mirrors of which we can fold into. And we discover that we all are students and teachers of each other in this endless journey. We are teaching each other. We are learning from each other every split second. Always, each of us is a teacher and a student at the same time. Magnificent. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet blue flaming purple light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that emanates from the core of our being, the God source, the pure consciousness, the soul of which we all are. We are imbued with a white fire armor that is impenetrable. No attachments, no demons, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. Nothing can harm us, ever, yet. Only you, only you, only you have the power. That, if you decide to lower your dark matter, lower survival matter frequencies, you lower your frequencies to those levels through hatred, anger, greed, envy, stress, anxiety, hurriedness, fear, worry, you will lower your vibrational frequency low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, whether consciously or unconsciously, you will be immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they're vaporized and they're no more. We are then met with a violet ray. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high, of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We're immediately met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the rain, the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the trees, the forests, the soils, the animals, the sky, the clouds. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time that you see a sunset or a sunrise or a beautiful starry lit night sky, and you look at its grandeur and its divineness, it is you. You're the sunsets, the sunrises. You're the dark, starry lit night sky. It is you. We continue to ascend above this plane. Some of us step outside our physical form if we're carrying them, hover effortlessly above them. Why? Because we can. And as we do, we come into full sight of this crystalline light tower. We created it. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this oblong sphere. And in the center of the sphere, we see this golden white bowl of light. It's surrounded by multiple rings of vibrantly colored energies, and they're all sending out waves, penetrating, saturating, bathing us all, head to toe, inside and out. The golden white bowl of light is pure, deep, eternal love. Then comes deep, eternal gratitude, deep, eternal peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, well-being, great wealth, prosperity, abundance, bliss, and joy. It's endless. And we discover that it is us. It's the God within us that emanates this energy, this saturation of pure, deep, eternal love. All of us. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. We designed this crystalline light tower at the top of it so the golden ocean can come cascading down, saturating all of us, head to toe, inside and out, as it is right now. And this is pure, deep, eternal love, of which we are, all of us. This planet cannot not be liberated, cannot not ascend into higher frequencies, as it is doing right now. Now, the top we designed so the golden ocean can come cascading down. 360 degrees, flooding all of us, as I continually say, as it's doing right now. We are all drops of this golden ocean. We all contain the essence of this golden ocean. And the drops are the ocean, and the ocean are the drops. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It contains nearing 1,400 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds of millions of us on and off world, all with the highest of the highest high intents of pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude and peace, flooding this planet, flooding all life, the highest supreme value universe, with these wonderfully high vibrational frequencies. And that's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. You can see it in your heart, mind's motion picture. You can feel it every single microsecond. This is the love that we are. This is the future we're creating. We are supreme manifestors. We are supreme reality. Your center is God, consciousness, absolute reality, perfection, Brahman. This is the only place that exists. You have absolutely nothing to give up, nothing to surrender, nothing to let go of. You are already liberated. How can you believe that you have to let go of something that never existed? It's just Maya. You think that you have to let go of your attachments, your fears, your worries, your thoughts. How can the eternal self have attachments? It is always pure, untainted, and unattached. It is always opening and experiencing presence. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly, easily. We, each of us, as one, are the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. We, as the one, part of the collective consciousness, are increasing the vibrational frequency of this planet and all inhabitants. This ascension energy is created by the collective consciousness of the gods or the souls within each and every one of us. And together, consciously, we are transforming this planet into a paradise, a God planet. You may see things that the ego mind will attach to on the outer world. This is the chaotic response to the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies of their ending. Nothing can stand up to the gods, the deep eternal love that we all are, and the frequency that we choose to keep ourselves at in love, gratitude, and peace, always. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here Saturday, May 8th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.